What is up, YouTube? Tool Tubes of the world. My name is Brad. Still in my hotel room, but today is my last night. I'm headed back home. I can't wait. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough of Walmart. I want to show you all the made in USA tools, new tools they got coming, because here where I'm working in New Mexico, this Walmart has a crazy tool section. Never seen nothing like it. Justin Dowd just did this video, and I'd been thinking about doing something similar for a while when the Made in USA pry bars came out. Seeing Justin's video and seeing his opinion as a professional mechanic, I see that the way he looks at things is a lot different than how I look at them. So I think Walmart has a few hidden gems. I think they're kind of starting to compete with Harbor Freight, and you'll see why. There's some products that they're carrying just like Harbor Freight, and some that Harbor Freight needs to get. Without further ado, let's just take a look. Okay, so coming in, we're gonna first go through all of our hand tools and everything like that. That's pretty standard at most Walmarts. But the main reason I want to shoot this video is because this is not my local hometown Walmart. This is one that's out of town, and it has an amazing tool section for Walmart. I just happened to come across it. You know, this is one of the Walmarts out where I'm working in New Mexico. But like any Walmart, they got your Stanley and their Hyper Tough tools. But lately I've noticed they're really starting to expand their tool line. Now, I can't say it's the greatest tools, but they've got more American-made tools here than Harbor Freight does. I mean, right there is a little tiny vise for 25 bucks. You know, for your average DIY homeowner, that's probably all I need. You got your staple guns, knee pads. Here's your tape measures. Now, the cool thing about Walmart tape measures, them real cheapy Hyper Tough ones, actually have metric, which is hard to find. This little Stanley 16-footer is the one I actually use at work. It works beautifully. And I've seen a lot of people carry around these chameleons. Now, I haven't used any, but I've heard good things about them. And they look pretty durable. I mean, I think my little Stanley is only like $5-6 bucks. You can't beat it. Well, unless you get a free one from Harbor Freight. But continuing on, they got, you know, homeowner type stuff, which is going to be the people that are shopping at Walmart for tools. I mean, they had a 4-foot level right there. Same stuff as Harbor Freight with magnetic bowls, pickup tools. And right there, I'm picking up this chisel because I've never seen it before. Irwin, name brand. It's pretty sturdy, got a striking cap on it. I mean, it looks decent enough. And here in a few minutes, once we get done walking through this little hand tool section, I'm going to show you every USA made tool I could find, and even some of the assembled in USA, which is better than nothing. Here's a little neon green dead blow. And does anybody else have to shake a dead blow anytime you pick it up? I mean, I guess I feel like I'm in a mariachi band or something. A little Vaughn, oh man, what do you call it? Like a framing hatchet? I can't remember. We'll come back to that though. And just continuing on, you got little plier sets and Stanley and Hyper Tough again. Some Crescent down there. There's a little magnetic bars, which again I wouldn't suggest buying them because you get them free, but unless you really wanted a small one, because they actually come in different lengths there. This was a new plier. I've never seen a Hyper Tough with comfort grips like that. And you got a ton of variety of gloves and PPE basically. This just kind of gave me a chuckle, and no, I wouldn't suggest buying it, but everybody complains about losing their 10mm sockets, so Walmart got you taken care of. 3 packs, 10mm sockets. Here we're going to start looking at the USA made tools. A little pry bar set by Dasco, made in USA. And of course Channel Lock. Everybody knows Channel Lock. And this crowbar, or they're calling it a wrecking bar, I believe was also made by that Dasco brand. The Vaughn, I'm just going to keep calling it a framing hatchet, made in USA. And then these pry bars is what really got me looking at the Made in USA stuff in Walmart, because they're the first thing that caught my eye. And these are exactly like the Craftsman ones that everybody went wild over probably 6 months back or so. But just with a Hyper Tough brand. 10 bucks for the biggest one, that 25-inch. It's got the striking cap on the bottom. I mean, this thing feels sturdy. Now, I haven't personally used any yet because I have so many pry bars at my house, I don't have a need for any of them. But to me, that tip looks like it's good enough for prying on shit. Little precision screwdriver set, also made in USA. And a little scraper, now I'm kind of reaching, made in USA. Razor blades. Need some American made razor blades, by God. Now that was all the made in America stuff I could find. I still do have some assembled in America stuff to go through, but I just really like this tool bag. This looked like a decent tool bag, and a single pouch is kind of like what I would carry when I worked as a commercial electrician. And some of the things I think Dow forgot to kind of go over or just missed it was all these work lights. They have some really decent ones, LEDs, rechargeables, all kinds. This one here, oh, well, I was trying to make sure it was $7, but I think it was $15, and we'll just leave that there. Yeah, it was $15 for that. Not a bad price at all. You got this big 2500 lumen one right there, and up to the top. Now this is clearance. I'm shooting this in March because it takes me a little while to get my videos out, but this Magic D light or Mighty light was $15 on clearance. If I wasn't away from home and had to fly back, I'd pick that up. And again, to show you that they're starting to sell a lot of Harbor Freight stuff. Does that light look familiar to anybody? Alright, now their air tool stuff I have absolutely zero experience with. I don't run air tools. I don't have a compressor big enough. I just kind of wanted y'all to see the variety that they're starting to come out with now. They might be shit, but it's a lot of different shit. You know, it just kind of shows you that they're expanding. And then they got their little tire inflator tool, look pretty decent. Had the gauge right there on it. Really need one of those at the house. But I've actually got this. It was a nice little kit for 13 bucks. It gave you a cheap little air hose, and it was nice to extend the air hose I have out to the driveway. Air up my wife's tires. Came with all the pieces too, and they have other qualities of air hoses down there as well. Now here's something that really got me thinking and wanting to do this Walmart tour many months ago, but I've just never done a store tour. Their toolboxes are okay. That's why I'm kind of zooming through them. This is what I like. The 12-inch magnetic hanging tray in black, just like Harbor Freight's, but no need to paint a red one black. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I still think Harbor Freight only carries these in red. So now you at least have options. If you have a black cart, you got the same paper towel holder, and you got the same spray can holder coming up. Now what got me thinking is, why is Walmart carrying these? And I soon got my answer. Bam! Right there, 41-inch 4-drawer for $234. That's the top of it. I'm about to come around the side, and I'm going to show you they also have a bottom section. So I think you can get the whole setup for around 500 bucks, which isn't really a great deal. But I was just shocked to see that Walmart's carrying like full-size toolboxes now. And looky there, assembled in the USA at least. You know, they're probably... Actually, I can tell you right now, I touched it in the store. It's not as good as the US General, but it's assembled here at least. That's important to a lot of people. And here's their smaller version, which is, I think, is perfect for an average homeowner. And you're going to spend, I think, around 160 bucks for the top and the bottom. I mean, this is your average homeowner's average toolbox all day long. And hell, they can pick it up while they're picking up milk for the kids as well. And if you just don't like the Hyper Tough brand, they got you in a Stanley. I don't think it has quite as many drawers. It's made in the USA with global materials, which we all know what that shit means. It's just the same as assembled in the USA. And then I saw right below that, for $135, they had this nice looking little work center, workbench for, again, your average homeowner. These are not professional tools, but it looks better than the one at Harbor Freight. You know, it's about $50 more expensive, but it's also quite a bit more aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say. And hell, look, Walmart wants to set up your whole garage. They have got you covered. And then right next to that is a nice little 4-drawer cart, or tool cabinet, whatever you want to call it. I don't think this was the right price. I can't remember. I didn't zoom in close enough, and I can't find it on Walmart. I'll put a picture up if I can find it later on through the editing. But that looked pretty decent, again. And a little shop stool. I mean, how nice of a stool do you need? You need to plant your ass on it. It ain't got to be made out of gold. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen all these tools. And if you don't, you probably should, because I show a lot of my day-to-day. stuff over there, even little projects that don't make the channel. This is a little Black & Decker 10-inch chop saw, miter saw, whatever you want to call it. I think that was 88 bucks. A little 8-inch drill press. You can get a drill press at Walmart now. This 68 bucks was for a 7 1/4 inch miter saw they didn't have shown, I don't think. And then yeah, 88 bucks for the 10-inch I just showed you. But if you also saw there, for $44, little 6-inch grinder, Black & Decker again, and I actually spun the wheel. Bearings didn't sound bad. Now I know what you're thinking already. Why would you buy tools at Walmart? Well, see, a lot of people are in the same situation I am. When I'm at home, Walmart's really the only store I really have to go to. Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, it's an hour drive just there, and then you gotta come back. But I would not buy this table saw. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to buy a table saw from Walmart. I don't care if they gave it to me. No, I might turn it into like a disc sander or something, but no, ain't no sharp blade spinning at me that came from Walmart. This little workbench, it was pretty lightweight, you know, but I don't know. It looked cool in the picture, but you know, a lot of shit looks cool in the picture. It looks like it could have been handy. Now, I'm not really going to go over the power tools because Justin Dow covered that shit pretty good. Go check out his channel if you're interested in Walmart power tools. But this Gator sandpaper, don't buy it. It averages out to like 50 cents a sheet and it's trash. I have used these brass coated wheels. Decent, but you better be wearing some safety glasses. And then this was totally new to me. Even the last time I was here they didn't have these, but full-size compressors, or you know, for homeowner size. That was a 10-gallon, and right above it, this Campbell Hausfield was a 20-gallon for like $200. And then they got the little 8-gallon too. I mean, they got quite a variety here. 8-gallon Campbell Hausfield, and then they got your 6 and your 3 gallons, you know, that are pretty much just good enough for nail guns and spraying off a workbench. But I was really shocked. The Briggs & Stratton, the Hyper Tough, never seen them in a Walmart before. And then another new thing right next to them were pressure washers. And these didn't just look like your little chinchy electric pressure washers. These look pretty big. Now, I've never used them. You know, they could all be crap, but it just surprised me they had them. And that shop vac right there, the chrome one, is actually the one I use at home, and it's done very well. I've had it for about 3 years. And then they got these little light-duty cabinets and shelving units. That shelving unit there was like 35 bucks. It would be perfect for like paints and spray cans, a WD-40. Small gas cans would be great. More expensive than the one at Harbor Freight, but a lot more sturdy than the one at Harbor Freight because I've looked at it. You want one that holds a little more weight. There's one for I think like 60, and here's a little bit more heavy duty wire one, I guess, for I think it was around 70. Haven't used any of them, but they looked okay. And some truck accessories are right on the end of the aisle. Toolbox liners, the carpety kind. And hell, there you go. You got your whole truck toolbox if you really want it. And then lastly, I kind of came across these little red dollies. Again, this is a light duty dolly, general home use. Manufactured in America though, and it says Milwaukee. Probably one of the first things that ever said Milwaukee that's made in America I've come across. And then shoved in the corner there looks like one of the Harbor Freight carts, but by Hyper Tough. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was my walkthrough at Walmart. Like I said, I've never been to a Walmart with this large of a tool selection before. I wish my Walmart at home would have it. I'm left with going to Walmart a lot to get something that will get me by until I can make a trip down to the city, basically. If you haven't already, go over to Justin Dow's channel and check out his video, see his impressions of the different tools. And look, by no means am I saying that you should go to Walmart to buy your professional or even DIY tool. But I'm saying if you don't have nothing else, you can't get by with this stuff. And they're really stepping up their game with the Made in USA, or at least assembled in USA. Somebody had to build it, right? Alright guys, and before you leave my little corner of YouTube paradise, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace!
You can't get by with this stuff.